Maybe you recognize that. Majesty. It's in our hymn book and we sing it all the time. Fabulous song written by Jack Hayford, a great man of God. In Psalm 29:4 it says, "The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty." Majesty gives us the image of God's greatness, his magnitude, just how wonderful and powerful he is. And that song praises him for it. It was written again by Jack Hayford. I think it was 1990, possibly 1991. I was at a small town church in Louisiana. I was the pastor there. I was also working currently at that time on my master's degree. I was about 45 minutes away from the larger city where all the hospitals were, and several times a week, often I would drive into town to see people at the hospital or go to the Baptist bookstore, even the Baptist building. And at that time, I was studying a lot, but I wanted a little bit more than I was getting at seminary, more than just read this book and study this. And yes, I was challenged, but I wanted something from a pastor. And so one year, my mom asked me, "What do you want for your birthday?" Well, usually you ask people what they want for Christmas. You just give them a birthday gift. But my mom said, "What do you want?" And I said, "I know what I want." I had read some books by Jack Hayford, and I'd found out that you could get his sermons. And so I said, "I want 1 year of Jack Hayford's cassette tape sermons." And so she gave that to me for my birthday. And for a year, once a month, I would get 4 or 5 sermons, and they would be the latest sermons from Jack Hayford. Jack Hayford was Pentecostal. He is still alive. He's the same age as my mom, 85 years of age. And he, in 1969, became the pastor of the first Foursquare Church in Van Nuys, California, part of the Los Angeles, L.A., Los Angeles, metropolitan area. That church, when he got there, had 18 people, and he felt the Lord leading him to stay and grow it. And eventually it became known as the Church on the Way. And so its official name is the Church on the Way, the first Foursquare Church of Van Nuys, California. And he built that church up, great man of God. They went from 18 people to, at one time, over 10,000. Some notable members like Pat Boone and Dean Jones and Michael and Stormy O'Martian and some others. He was an awesome pastor, and I loved listening to his sermons. And I learned so much listening to his sermons. He was a student of the Word, and he taught me so much from different perspectives. And one of the truths that I learned is that they don't have to be in my denomination for me to learn from a pastor. And also, someone can challenge me even if I don't agree with everything that they say. And so during that year, I just grew so much in the Lord, and I really, really enjoyed it. And over the years, I kept up with him. He eventually was part of writing that great worship musical called God With Us. I've been able to be a part of that twice and truly loved worshiping through God With Us. As I said, this song, Majesty, is a song that Jack Hayford wrote, and it talks about the majesty of God. And I could see that in his book when I read, and also in listening to his sermons, that he did worship the majesty of God. And so this song is an invitation to worship to the majesty of God. So thank you, Jack Hayford, for writing such a wonderful song and for being a part of my growth in the Lord, and may the Lord continue to bless you. So here is some of Majesty. Majesty, worship his majesty. Unto Jesus be all glory, honor, and praise. Majesty, kingdom, authority, flow from his throne unto his own, his anthems raise. So exalt, lift up on high the name of Jesus. Magnify, come glorify Christ Jesus the King. Majesty, oh worship His majesty. Jesus who died, now glorified, King of all kings. Jesus who died, now glorified, King of all kings.